Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. We are going to answer some fascinating questions about how our ear works. Have you ever wondered what exactly sound is or how a simple sound wave gets transformed into music you love or the voice of someone speaking? Today we will break down the process step by step from the moment sound enters your ear to the point where your brain makes sense of it. Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. What is sound? Sound is simply energy in motion. It is created by vibrations. Think of a guitar string or your vocal cords and travels through a medium like air or water in the form of waves. Two properties are the key to understanding sound: frequency and amplitude. Frequency, measured in hertz, tell us the pitch of the sound. A high frequency produces a high pitch, while a low frequency creates a deep sound. Amplitude, on the other hand, refers to the strength or intensity of the wave and is measured in decibels. This property determines how loud a sound is. Additionally, the specific shape or waveform of the sound and even its phase contribute to the unique quality or timbre of what we hear. So, how does your outer ear captures the sound? We will examine the outer ear now. The first component in our hearing system. The outer ear begins with the pinna or auricle, which is the visible part of your ear. Its unique curves are not just for looks, they play a crucial role in collecting sound waves and channeling them inward. These waves travel through the external auditory canal, a tube like structure designed to naturally amplify specific frequencies. At the end of this canal is the tympanic membrane, commonly known as the eardrum. When sound waves reach the eardrum, they cause it to vibrate. These vibrations are the very first step in transforming sound into something our brain can understand. After the eardrum vibrates, the sound wave moves into the middle ear, where the real amplification begins. Here, three teeny bones called the ossicles, malleus, incus, and stapes, which work together like an intricate lever system. The malleus is directly attached to the eardrum, passing the vibration to the incus, which in turn transmits it to the stapes. Despite being the smallest bone in the human body, the stapes plays a mighty role by pushing on the oval window of the inner ear. This level action amplifies the sound energy so that it can effectively move through the denser, fluid filled environment of the inner ear. Additionally, the eustachian tube, by balancing air pressure, ensuring that these delicate vibrations are transmitted under optimal conditions. Now, how is sound converted into electrical signals in the inner ear? So, once the amplified vibrations reach the inner ear, the process of converting mechanical energy into electrical signals begins. The inner ear houses the cochlea, a beautiful complex spiral shaped organ which filled with fluid. Within the cochlea, the basilar membrane plays a pivotal role. It vibrates in response to the fluid waves, and these vibrations vary along its length depending on the frequency of the sound. Resting on the basilar membrane is the core organ of Corti, which contains thousands of specialized hair cells. As the basilar membrane vibrates, these hair cells bend. And this bending is crucial because it opens up ion channels in the cells, creating an electrical impulse. Now, this impulse is then transmitted via the auditory nerve, effectively translating the mechanical wave into an electrical message that can be processed by your brain. Now, how does the auditory pathway process the sound? So, after the inner ear converts sound into electrical signals, the auditory pathway takes over to deliver and interpret these signals in the brain. The journey begins with the auditory nerve, which carries the electrical impulses from the cochlea to the brainstem. In the brainstem, several nuclei, such as cochlear nuclei and superior olivary complex, begin the initial processing, including the vital task of sound localization. The signals then travel to the thalamus, specifically the medial geniculate nucleus, which acts as central relay station. Finally, these refined signals reach the auditory cortex in the temporal lobe, where they are interpreted. This is where you recognize speech, music, and ambient sounds as the brain reconstructs these signals into a coherent auditory experiences. Now, how exactly do we differentiate between a high pitched tone and a deep bass note? The answer lies in the way the cochlea is organized. So, this structure is arranged tonotopically, meaning that specific regions along the basilar membrane are tuned to particular frequencies. High frequency sounds primarily affect the base of the cochlea, while low frequency sounds target the apex. In terms of volume, the amplitude of the sound wave plays a key role. Larger amplitudes causes greater deflection of the hair cells, which our brain perceives as louder sound. This remarkable system allows us not only to detect a vast range of pitches, but also to appreciate the nuances in volume and sound quality. Now, what happens when hearing is impaired? Even though our hearing system is incredibly efficient, it is not immune to problems. Okay, because hearing impairment can occur at different points in the auditory pathway. For example, conductive hearing loss happens when sometime obstacles or obstructs or damages to the outer or middle ear. Think of a ear infection, wax buildup, or even a perforated eardrum. Sensory neural hearing loss, on the other hand, results from damage within the inner ear or to the auditory nerve and is often caused by factors like prolonged exposure to loud noises or aging. Sometimes a person may experience a combination of both known as mixed hearing loss. Many people also suffers from tinnitus, a persistent ringing or buzzing in the ears, which is frequently linked with sensory neural damage. These conditions can make everyday sounds less clear and hinder the effective communications. Now, how can we protect our hearing? So, protecting our hearing is essential, especially in the world filled with noise. One of the simplest ways to protect our ears is to limit your exposure to very loud sounds. If you are going to be in a noisy environment, such as a concert, a constructing site, or even using power tools, wear ear protection like earplugs or ear muffs. Regular hearing checkups are also important as early detection of any issues can lead to more effective treatment. When using headphones or earbuds, keep the volume at a safe level and give your ears regular break. In addition, maintaining a healthy lifestyle through proper diet and exercise can also help support your overall ear health. So, how do our ears transform the sound into experiences? So, in conclusion, we can say the process of hearing is nothing sort of extraordinary. It all begins when an object vibrates, producing sound waves that are captured by outer ear. These vibrations travel through the external canal to the eardrum, where they are set into motion. The middle ear's ossicle then amplify these vibrations before they reach the cochlea in the inner ear. Here, the mechanical energy is transformed into electrical signals by the delicate hair cells, and these signals are sent along the auditory nerve to the brain. In the brain, a complex network of regions decodes these signals into the sounds we recognize and cherish. Every step of this process is critical. Any disruption can affect the quality of our hearing. So, understanding this remarkable system helps us appreciate the importance of taking care of our auditory health. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive into physiology of hearing. I hope you now have a clear picture of how our ears capture and transform sound into the experiences that enrich our lives. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, leave your comments or questions below, and subscribe for more exploration into sound, science, and health. Stay curious and remember, protect your hearing because it's one of your most valuable senses. See you in the next video.